What's up, people, and welcome back to League Scroll. So, yeah, today I've decided to go on a live and try to check out. And this being my first live, it's actually still a milestone, and I'm happy that you guys will be here with me. So, let's get into it and talk a bit about the UCL and also the Saka injury, the all the things that have been happening ahead of a big and massive English Premier League weekend, as Manchester City will be hosted at the Emirates, and Arsenal will be trying to get back to their groove, same as Manchester City, who just lost a game against Wolves away. So let's try and see how that game will go, and it's going to be a great thing. So let's try and see a few of the things that are going to be happening this weekend. So number one, I think I'll try and discuss about the Saka injury because it's not looking good, as Mikel Arteta put it out there, and it's one of those things that you have to try and see: is Mikel Arteta actually doing the right thing for Bukayo Saka, and what is the right thing? Like, is Bukayo Saka actually supposed to be playing all those games, or is he one that we should actually be looking onto and up to for goals, assists each and every game? Otherwise, during the transfer window, Mikel Arteta should have prioritized a backup for this guy. He's actually playing almost 80. He has started almost uh, 87 fixtures for Arsenal, and it's not looking good for the guy. We are weighing him down, and just as you saw during, he gave an assist when we traveled to Lens away, but he looks like he's struggling most of the time. Even he's running, and he's a target to many defenders. So it's like he should actually be rested a few games before he carries on, because these are the types of is the kind of player who you need in your side most of the time. So if Mikel Arteta actually manages him well and he kicks on well, it looks like we'll be having a great season. But it looks like he's training most of the time. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that. But let's see how Bukayo Saka will be playing, if he'll be playing in the this big clash on Sunday. So yeah. Also, we had other fixtures like Manchester United, Newcastle, and Man City playing in the UEFA Champions League, and it was such a great time to see Newcastle bounce back into their groove and hit a few goals and wonder goals, and even it was just astonishing to watch Newcastle play against PSG, who they've never met, I think, and 20 years on, they're playing like they've been here. So yeah, Mbappe was astonished. He didn't expect to be having such a cold night at the St. James Park, and also the crowd was fiery. So it's looking good for the Magpies, and they'll carry on that. And it's it's just exhilarating that this guy is at top of their league, of their group, and it's a group that was once. It was said that it was a group of death, and as you can see, all those big clubs they're actually representing Dortmund, who are actually playing like they want to get out of that competition and concentrate on their domestic leagues and cups. So yeah, surely the first fixture that Newcastle played against Milan, it wasn't looking good. It looked like they are actually going away to pick at least a point, and they did that magnificently well. As much as there are many critics saying that they just players running around, but their running around surely has gotten them to that first position in the group. And as you can see, PSG are struggling with this match transition, changing managers, changing players. year in, year out. There's no cohesion. And that is why you can see they're really struggling. Kylian Mbappe surely should be looking at himself and wondering why he's still at the club. He's a great player, a good player who should be at a club that is surely concrete, and they have a way forward because he's not getting any younger, and winning the Champions League, being named as one of the best players by accolades personally, like the Ballon d'Or, is one of those things that a player will surely be looking at soon and wondering why exactly they were in that position for a while. But yeah, he's on high wages. I don't know how many clubs could be willing to spend all that on one player. And yeah, I think he didn't bag a goal yesterday night, but he did good up to that point. But it looks like there's a trend in the Champions League because going away to any team is going to be a tough assignment for any club. As you have seen, Arsenal lost away to Lens. We usually call the French league the Farmers League, but as you can see, Lens were up to the task and they have been away from the Champions League for quite a while. And when they came back, they are representing on well. Arsenal, just before that, also hit four past PSV. And this is a group that people were terming the Europa. It was terming like these are teams that are used to the Europa League. So as you can see, it's not as it looks. But Arsenal were really lucky that PSV went on to draw their game against Sevilla, and that only left Arsenal to take the second position ahead of the other fixture that will be held at Sevilla against Arsenal in late October. So yeah, let's be waiting for that game. But until then, there is a huge fixture during this weekend in the Premier League. We'll be having Tottenham kicking it off on Saturday against Luton, and that's away. It's going to be an easy match for Tottenham, and this could see them being top of the league uh, just before the international break, also. And yeah, it's not looking good. But just as that goes on, also we'll be having other fixtures being played during the weekend, and I'll just get a list of those. Yeah, let me just do that real quick and see how many other fixtures will be played and how we should expect them to go. Tottenham kicking it off early will be one to watch out for. We'll be having Burnley playing against Chelsea. We'll be having Everton playing against Bournemouth, Fulham, Sheffield, Manchester United playing against Brentford, and Crystal Palace, Nottingham. Those are some of the fixtures that will be played during the Saturday fixtures. And yeah, I think the only big fixture that people will be looking up to is the Manchester Brentford, because Manchester have hosted Crystal Palace at the Old Trafford. They have lost. They just hosted Galatasaray in the Champions League and also lost that fixture. And now hosting Brentford, will it be a 3-3 loss? Because Brentford are such a great side, and you wouldn't want to look onto them and think they are going to give you an easy game with the likes of Mbeumo, Wisa, and even Nogard, some of the players who are great with their feet and have a sight for the goal. So yeah, Chelsea also are on. They hit a few goals past Fulham during the weekend fixture, and Burnley also hit a few against Luton. So Burnley Chelsea will be a great fixture, and we'll see if Chelsea are really trying to get into good ways before the international break, because that will actually kick off their Premier League season as far as it has kicked on early, but it's good to have them get back to their groove and have a competitive English Premier League. Their fans are surely not used to this, like the likes of Arsenal and Tottenham fans. But yeah, they've been having a tough season, and the cohesion ain't looking too good. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Yeah, and we had this referee controversy in the Tottenham and Liverpool fixture, and it was like a movie, something like you predict something and it doesn't go exactly as you would. Things that can be made easier, like I saw in the Champions League, we have the really good technology system of checking the offside. Why should they not use that technology in the English Premier League, the best league in the world, in quotes, because they're not using these kinds of technologies, and they are always week in, week out. We have a controversy of a referee decision that has gone against a team, and when you look back at it, you see the referee as the enemy of progress, just like we saw in the Liverpool fixture. And Klopp is actually claiming that the best thing would be to replay the fixture because apologies have been there since time immemorial. And yeah, when you look at his point of view, it's actually he has a point, because things have not been working out with the PGMOL for quite a while. And if this is going to be a result in many fixtures during the season, then just banning a ref for 1 week and moving on like it never happened, and then it happens a few weeks later, is not the solution. We have to look at better solutions because these apologies, surely the apologies are not, they're not strong enough at this point. We have to change something, and it has to be changed sooner or later. And it will only start with using the World Cup technology or the Champions League technology. I think they're the same ones, because the English Premier League, terming itself as the best league in the world, is looking like a hoax. It is a hoax, and it should be the best league in the world and should have the best technology. Best players are in the league. Surely they should do better. Yeah. So as we'll be waiting for any anything from the PGMOL to say if they're gonna do this, change a few things, we'll have to wait and see. But I feel Klopp had a point, and it should be listened, and they should discuss on it further, because that could be a season dimming point, or 3 points maybe, that should be checked on, and it could affect their season moving forward. But yeah, up to that point, I don't think I have much more to say other than let's wait on the Manchester City Arsenal, because that is the big one for the weekend. And just before the international break, it's going to be another international break, and you know how that goes. It's usually the worst time to, check a few updates. There will be many rumors of transfers. The Tony is heading to Arsenal, Manchester United. We'll be having other. They have actually already started right now, if you can check on your socials. But we'll be discussing more relevant issues in football, and in football, as a football man, we'll be talking about all the relevant issues that are happening in football, the developments, and checking into even the local leagues here in Kenya. And let's see how the game is going to be. It's going to be a tough one for Mikel to pick out the teams that will be playing against Manchester United, Manchester City, pardon. And yeah, let's see. Manchester City also missing Rodri and resting this guy. I think who I think think they signed this new midfielder. He was rested during their UCL, so he'll be well rested to play and be well rested to play for the whole 90s against Arsenal. Same as the likes of Bukayo Saka, who could maybe have been rested a few and feature during the end of the game. But now, yeah, it is what it is. It has happened, and Mikel Arteta will surely be learning more of managing players, even in the European competition, just as we await for the new and improved European schedule next year that I said on a few weeks ago. So you'll check out that video, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. But leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Adios.